morning, CG. I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Molly.
This is your CGTV Broadcast for Friday, October 4th. On Tuesday, the orchestra department had their first concert of the year. This also marked the first performance for the newly revived concert orchestra.
So on Tuesday we had our first orchestra concert. We've been working on these songs for about 2 months. It was the first time we got to see our concert orchestra play, so that was a really neat experience to be able to see how much they've grown this year of their being the first year with a concert orchestra in a very long time. Of all the songs we played, I probably enjoyed Concerto Grosso by Ernest Bloch the most, but overall I'm very proud of how we performed on Tuesday.
To see more of the orchestra this year, be sure to look out for the sales for the winter concert, scheduled on December 10th.
Between music departments, sports, and clubs, there are so many ways to get involved here at the high school. One of these activities combines clubs and sports together, Ultimate Frisbee. Andrew Brule brings us the story on this unique sport.
Center Grove Ultimate is an after-school sports club that meets every week and competes starting in September and ends in November.
I started coaching the year after 2019, so that'd be 2020. My senior year was 2019, that's when I graduated. I started coaching because our head coach decided he had to step away, and so the position opened up and I just kind of filled in and then took it from there.
As you begin to play Ultimate, you need to learn one basic skill.
Okay, especially early on, like when I was like in my freshman year of high school, a lot of it was just learning how to throw the disc properly and like just not having a super wobbly throw or have it catch in the wind, because as you can see right now, it's pretty windy. So like it makes it much harder, especially for new players to throw. But that was like the largest learning curve, especially when I was initially starting out.
The team practices every Tuesday and Thursday and works on a variety of skills.
So usually during practice we'll run like 2 or 3 like skills drills. So we'll work on either like throwing, catching, or like a specific offensive scheme. And then towards the end of practice we'll scrimmage and do like game-like stuff. So we'll take the skills that we learned and put them into the game and see how they do with that.
After learning the basics, players compete in mini games. The coach has a goal in mind.
My vision for the team would be to eventually win another out-of-state tournament. It's been a little bit since we've won one. I kind of want them to really focus on the strict offense we run and get that down before they try to set their minds on like a national title or anything like that. But it'd be cool if we could get another win in an out-of-state tournament.
Ultimate is a team sport. The players learn and grow together.
One thing that I really enjoy is just the community this year. I mean, especially in the past, there's been a lot more numbers than there are now. But even with those high numbers, everyone seems to get to know each other. And the captains, at least in my time at high school, have done a really good job of mentoring the younger players and getting them into the spirit of the game and helping them achieve what they want to do in with their goals and such.
This is Andrew Brule. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Andrew. For more information on Ultimate Frisbee Club, go to the centergroveultimateclub.org.
Juniors Matthew Richardson and Owen Oliver are also very active in school activities, with Owen playing football and Matthew being in the varsity mixed show choir sound system. Outside of school, though, they decided to start their own band. Garrison Ding brings us a story.
While several students play an instrument outside of school, juniors Matthew Richardson and Owen Oliver are taking their music to the next level, releasing a single. Though Matthew and Owen haven't yet selected a band name, one sticks out to them.
It's in the progress. It's in like working. We're still like writing down stuff, you know.
But Shiloh was our favorite.
Yeah, so far.
Named after it's named after my aunt's dog.
Matthew and Owen have a unique combination of genres their music targets.
We've always kept our horizons like pretty vast when it comes to like a lot of music we listen to, but so far we've targeted a lot of like indie and soul and just try to combine the two, I think.
Matthew and Owen have several aspirations for their music.
It's been a goal for me to try to get music out there. I've released a lot of content based on my music and our music, and it's just been like the main goal, just to release something and then get that train rolling with releasing more and more original stuff. But yeah, and try to get our name out there, try to do some gigs, play for people.
I really just want to play
live
somewhere. And
playing live
in front of people.
Matthew and Owen share more information on their new single.
We plan to release like a single, maybe another single, I don't know, and then like eventually a bigger project like an EP, 4-song EP, and then yeah. We have a song on our EP that we do like a lot, Cosmology. It was actually written by him. I enjoy it. It's really good.
Cosmology is like the study of stars, and so I thought it'd be neat to relate this study of stars to like one person.
Here's a sneak clip of Matthew and Owen's new song, Cosmology.
Take the weight of the world off my shoulders. You're the center of my dream. Really scared of getting older, but with you it's surreal. People waiting on the world to change, drifting through life at the time. But I know that things will never be the same. But I have you and you have I.
Thanks, Garrison. That's really cool that they write their own music. I really enjoy the song.
Me too. Though the song is not out yet, I can't wait to stream it.
You know one thing you can do if you turn 18 before Election Day? Register to vote. Jack Udersall is bringing us information on how to register and why it's so important to make sure our voice is heard.
For many years, lots of eligible high school students, fewer than half, voted in elections.
Well, it's, you get started in the process. We hear that, I don't know who these people are, or we sometimes hear reasons not to vote. I would encourage them to get started. The 18 to 25-year-old age group is least likely to participate. And so the elected officials know this. And so if you are going to have your voice heard and have them respond and be reactive to the needs of that age group, they're going to have to start participating in greater numbers and demand that from their elected officials.
In November, there will be a presidential election. This election happens every 4 years and is paired with local elections as well.
Yeah, our elections at the federal level happen every 2 years. They're how we decide who our leaders are going to be. So here coming up in November, this is a presidential year, so we'll have that's obviously the one that gathers the most attention. We have one of our senators who's also up for election. And then, as always, our U.S. House of Representatives every 2 years. And then we also have a state election taking place, where this year is a governor's election, all the state office holders, as well as our state congressmen.
Your decision to vote is important in not only the presidential election, but local elections as well. There are other elections such as state representatives and governors.
Well, I would always argue that they are the ones most important, because those people can have a greater impact directly on your life on any given day. When we start talking about presidential election, obviously that's important, but on the grand scheme of things, I'm not sure how much the decisions of the national government might directly impact you, where when you're talking about your day-to-day lives, you're talking about the roads and the schools and the law enforcement and et cetera. And so those things that are right in your neighborhood certainly have a impact, and I think we probably take those for granted. So I think it's both a privilege and an important right. So it's the way that we can make a difference and have our voice heard.
The last day to register to vote is October 7th. If you are over the age of 18, make sure to do so soon. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Jack. Be sure to register before Sunday if you are planning to vote. You can use the QR code at the end of today's broadcast.
And finally, we are ending today with the newest episode of Trojan Talk. Take it away, Taylor and Mason.
Hey CG, I'm Taylor.
And I'm Mason.
Today we're going to be going around and asking students to draw our logo in 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, draw! Time!
That is awesome.
Wow, that was interesting.
See you guys next week for Spin on the Wheel.
Thanks, guys. Stay tuned for the next week's episodes of Trojan Talk.
That's all we have for you today, CG. Follow us on Instagram at CG Trojaneer and at Trojaneer Sports for daily news, updates, or visit our website at trojaneer.com. We'll see you next week. Bye.